Hey guys, it's Marco Hanna, and the past 10 days I've used this guy as my daily driver. Yes, it's a brand new HTC One M8, and I've loved every single minute of it. Have actually taken me away from my iPhone 5S. I don't even carry it around with me in my pockets anymore. I just use this phone 24/7, which is a huge thing for me. I've used the iPhone ever since, well, day one of the iPhone. So this video gives me huge pain to say, this is the HTC One M8, the things that I don't like about the HTC One M8, and let's get started. So before we get into the video, I want you guys to go watch the full review that I made about the HTC One M8. Now, just to show you guys that I really do love this device for what it is. I love it. It's the best Android phone of 2014 so far. I'm not saying it is, but because 2014 is still going on, I would just call it the best so far, but I do love this device. It's such a great device, but there are a few things that I don't like. The first one is the size. It's a pretty big phone. I mean, 5 inches of display, I can live with that, but it is a chunky device. Thickness-wise, it's not the thinnest device. Size-wise, it's not the best for one-handed use. The corners are a reach for me, and I just don't like how big the phone is. That's a personal choice. It's not something that you guys don't like. I mean, if you play in the NBA, this thing probably feels like the iPhone 3G in the hand. So I'll leave that as a personal taste, but I do think it is pretty big. Now, this is not bulging out of your pocket. I mean, it's not the hugest or biggest device I've ever seen in my life. It's definitely not Oppo N1 big, but it is a big phone. Now, the second thing I don't like about the HTC One is how slippery the phone is. Now, HTC uses aluminum and stainless steel on the brand new HTC One M8. Everyone who says it doesn't use stainless steel, it does use stainless steel. That's why it's so really shiny on the back, but it is a very slippery phone, and that means it's prone to falling out of your hand. Now, I have never dropped my HTC One so far. I've had it for 10 days again, so a little under 2 weeks. I haven't dropped my phone. I do have a dot view case, but I don't use it because I just don't really personally like it very much. It's a great case, but I just love the phone, and I love how it looks, and I love this gunmetal color. I don't want to put a case over it just to cover up the beauty of this device, but I have heard of people already dropping their device. If you guys are familiar from Mike from Detroit Borg, he's already dropped his HTC One M8 just because it is pretty slippery. Now, HTC does give you HTC Advantage, which means they'll replace your phone in the first 6 months. If you drop it, crack the display, they'll replace the display or give you a new phone. I'm not sure how that works, but that kind of worries me because, yeah, I mean, it is a slippery phone, but at least HTC backs you up for about 6 months. Now, the third thing kind of comes back to the size, but also the form factor of the HTC One. Now, I love boom sound, but I don't like bezels, and this has a lot of it. Now, if we take out the boom sound, because I do love the boom sound, and I think you should keep it there, where the HTC logo and the little top of the display, there's some bezel there. I want it edge to edge. You could have made this 5.2 or 5.1 something inches in terms of display size and keep the phone exactly the same size. Now, I'm not sure if that will mess with your pixels per inch or the resolution, but again, I just don't like bezel very much. This has a lot of it. Not the biggest bezel I've seen on a cell phone, but just get rid of it. Give us a full screen, give us a full HTC One, make speakers that can go through glass or whatever you want to make, and just make it a full slate device. That's what I want HTC. For next year, the HTC One M9 or whatever you call it, just make it awesome. Make it like this. Take all the display to the edge and just make it amazing. That's what I want. Now, the fourth thing, I really don't want to spend too much time on it because everyone has criticized the HTC One for having the bad camera. Now, it does have a bad camera. I want to say it out there because it's only 4 megapixels, which means it's not the biggest photo. I mean, it's a really small photo. It's not a lot of detail in there, but it does do well in low light. It doesn't do well in very well-lit situations, especially sunshine, because it just overexposes the heck out of your photos, and that's not, pleasurable in any way to look at. Plus, one thing that I have noticed, and Dom from Mac Mixing has also informed me, is the lens elements are pretty crap. I mean, pretty crap. Color fringing, you have the exposure that's just going through the glass. I mean, it might be the camera sensor, but also some of that does come from the lens. So Come on, HTC, this is a premium device. Give us a better camera. If you make an 8 ultra pixel camera, that's beautiful. Why? Because you have the detail, you have the pixel size, and you have low light performance in an 8 megapixel sensor, and then you can add things like 4K video. Now that's a gimmick for now, but it could be something in the future. 4K is coming on the Samsung Galaxy S5, it's on all the devices like the Note 3. We just want a bigger camera sensor. That's all I want. That's what everyone wants. Make it a better camera sensor. Give us better glass elements for one, and then there you go. You have a better camera, and you've improved the quality of the product and the experience by like 1,000 times. So do it. Now next is the camera software. Now HTC has generally had good camera software. It's miles better than Android software in terms of like the Google Play editions and the Nexus devices. But this year, and I guess the last year than that, it's kind of been cluttered. Now, it is more organized on the new HTC One, but the deeper you go into the settings menus, you just find disorganization on all the settings. If you guys could just make it more organized, make it tidy, just tidy up the application itself, which I think they will because it is available on the App Store now. And there you go. You have fixed the camera software on the HTC One. Now, all you gotta do is just fix the camera. Boom! You have an amazing product. Do it. Now the last two are kind of gimmicky things. Why? Because they're out of HTC's control. Now the first one is carrier bloatware. Now HTC basically doesn't have a say in this. Now I don't know why, but that's just how it goes. The only two phones that don't have any carrier bloatware is the iPhone, and then anything that comes straight from Google. Nexus 5, this phone, but in Google Play Edition, all those phones don't have any carrier bloatware. But this does. All the other phones do, Windows phones do, all of them do. Why do we have to have bloatware? Carriers, if we want the application, we'll download it. Don't put it on there for us. But at least you can uninstall most of the applications on here, and that's fine. But again, I just don't want to see it, guys. I don't want to see Verizon applications running or AT&T applications running on my phone unless I put them there. Now, the last one's probably the most gimmicky ones of the two, and that really comes down to the sticker. Now, most of you guys know what the heck is that. Well, on the HTC One M8, there was a sticker right there, and it's not there anymore. Why? Because I threw it away. Why do you put stickers on phones? The iPhone doesn't have it. The Lumia doesn't have it. Some Lumias do. But, again, don't put stickers on things that I don't want stickers on. If you want to put your serial number, put it inside the phone. Put it on the side of it. I don't care. I just don't want a sticker, an ugly, ugly white sticker, ruining the beautiful back on the HTC One. Now again, that's just kind of my little miniature rant about why stickers shouldn't be on phones, but again, don't put stickers on phones. We'll just throw them away. You just make it harder for us, or actually make it more likely for us to scratch our phones, and then we'll be mad at you, HTC, for us intentionally scratching our devices to remove the sticker that you put on there. Throw it away, put the sticker somewhere else. We don't want stickers. Just don't put them on there. So there you go. It's kind of a funny type of video talking about what I don't like about the HTC One. But again, regardless of what I said there, it's a beautifully made device. It's one of the best Android devices I've ever used. I wish I had a better camera, and that's about it. The bezel I can live with. The camera, I almost cannot live with it. But I have been for the past 10 days, and I've been just fine. So let me know what you think about the HTC One M8 in the comments below. Also, please make sure to give this video a like, and also hit that subscribe button for future content here at PhoneDog.com and YouTube.com/PhoneDog. Follow me on Twitter at PhoneDog_Marco, and at Marco M. Hanna is my Twitter names on Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video.